What's up, guys? It is Monday, July 27th, and I want to use this YouTube channel as a way to document a lot of my lessons as a 22-year-old Christian entrepreneur. I want to document leadership lessons, marketing lessons, everything that I've kind of gathered. And this first video of me doing that is actually documenting something that wasn't even related to business. It was actually related to church. It was based off of a service yesterday. And what I realized is that the head pastor at the church that I go to here in San Antonio is an amazing leader for in so many different ways. And basically, the reason I recognized this, and the moment I recognized this, was when he was actually asking some of the congregation to go and consider Saturday at 3 p.m. service as opposed to the 10 a.m. and the 12 p.m., which is the most popular services. But one of the biggest things was the church was growing so fast that there actually wasn't enough room, and they actually had overflow rooms, and people had to watch on a screen. And like for him, the way that he like kind of presented it, he didn't tie people making like a sacrifice or like changing up their schedules in like a way where it's like, hey, you got to do this. It was in a way that actually contributed to the mission of the church, which was to introduce people to Jesus and to bring people to Jesus. So it's not a schedule change, it's an actual potential life-changing thing for someone's eternity. So I'm actually just gonna show an example clip because I know it's like hypothetical. Let me look it up here. Okay. But the way he reframed and just brought this up, it's like
high school
he came up with this
that's been seeking God, that could be in your neighborhood. 3, you're like, Pastor Ed, so what do I do on Sunday? Yo, sleep in. Be the
uses humor to go and reframe.
First at the restaurant and wear a CBC t-shirt and tell them, go to.
One thing about him is he openly admits he's not perfect, but he is an aspirational figure that people look up to. Like the way he communicates, the way he makes jokes, he's charismatic. Like it's something that people aspire to be, and I think that's why he has such a huge draw.
To the 3 o'clock service, and you can be first in line at your favorite lunch place on Sunday. What I'm saying to you is
actually Newton, by the way, Community Bible Church.
We need many of you to consider going to Saturday at 3, or go to a campus that's in your neighborhood. As I'm talking, on the screen is an actual location of one of our CBC campuses that could be in your neighborhood, and you've been driving by it, but I want you to go to it. And I know what you're going to say. Well, Pastor Ed, I like being in the room. I get to hear you personally, like you're in front of me. But can I break the news to you? Even though I'm in front of you physically, I'm not a hologram, like I'm actually here, right? But I want you to listen to me. You're looking at me on a screen right now.
This is the main campus.
You're like, no, I'm not. Yeah, you are. You're not even looking at me. You're looking at the screen, which is what 4,000 other people are doing on other campuses. And you know what happens? They clap, they cheer, they amen, and you'll go, yeah, but it's not the same. Do you say that when you go to the movies? You're talking back to the movies. You laugh at the jokes of the movies. We watch all of life on screens, and you go, but what if it's more than just a convenience? What if it makes room for a person that's not here yet, that's been seeking God? They get a new set of clothes from Kohl's, show up at CBC a few minutes early, and realize that they're in additional seating, and maybe they need that seat. So many of you consider Saturday at 3. Many of you consider campus. Now let me talk to the campus.
That's a huge thing. It's like he's tying it down to a deeper mission. I think that's why a lot of people go to that church, and that's also why, like, in my own leadership experience, I'm like, man, to find A players, to find people that are genuinely bought in, that's what leads movements. So, yeah, just a short lesson for today of me documenting being an aspirational figure, having a deeper purpose as to why, so people can follow you. Of course, with church, it's the easiest thing because you're bringing people to Jesus, which is the number one thing out of all of this. But like even me applying this to like business principles about recruiting, finding A-player talent, like Cole Gordon talks about like how finding A-player talent, it's kind of about like, if you want to get to 8 figures, it's about finding like people could probably build their own 7-figure businesses, but they're bonded to you. They're like 7-figure entrepreneurs within your own business to a certain extent. And the only way to attract those people is either A, compensate them very like highly, which is going to be a given, but 2, also selling them on the vision on what you're actually trying to build. And sometimes I feel like maybe me and Elijah don't have as big of a vision for ourselves, so it's hard to sell that to A players or people that are competent enough to continue to help us to like expand rapidly. So anyways, that was just a short lesson that I wanted to document here today on July 27th, 2026. I'm going to record more of these and, yeah, just yap a little bit about some of the lessons that I learned in business.